Namaste. Today I'd like to offer you 4 skills that are necessary to create a foundation for spiritual growth. That's it, just 4. I'm often asked the question, what do I need? Tell me what I need, make it simple. I don't need 1,000 practices. I just need to know the basics. These 4 skill sets that I will give you today are the distillation of 25 years of yoga practice. And I've seen the common denominators. And in these turbulent times, we really are being called to respond to things with clarity and with a kind of devotional aspect, I think, to Mother Earth herself, and to relieve ourselves of the chaos of living. And so it's important, I think, to find out what are the underlying gifts of spiritual practice, and whether we are on an ascension path or not in a sort of transparent way, or whether we just need to know how to be better servants in the world, better people in the world. How do we find freedom from our pains? These 4 skills underpin everything. So at all the grace practices have these as their foundation. And so that's how I kind of came to tease them out of hundreds of practices I've taught over the years. If you're willing to put in the time, and if your pain of feeling imprisoned in your body and on this earth is very strong, then you will find it quite easy to adopt these skills, and you will find the people and the teachers necessary to develop these skills. Okay, so here we go. There are 4 foundational skills. The first is the skill of mindfulness. And as you may remember from another YouTube post, mindfulness is the skill of being able to meet things, reality, as they are, in a moment by moment unfolding. So it's your merging of your consciousness with what is actually happening in the here and now. And that means inside your own body as well as in the environment. Right? So 2 systems really that you're kind of taking apart and being able to witness. So you're developing the skill of witness with mindfulness. And then here's the kicker, that you're able to perceive what's happening moment by moment, this unfolding of time and experience of things, of events happening, without judgment and with kindness. That's the difficult part. The second skill is the skill of concentration. And for those of you who are yoga teachers or devoted students of yoga, you will know that concentration is one of the 8 limbs. It comes right before meditation. It's that important, the 8 limbs of yoga. We are subjects of time here on earth, and often we feel we're chasing time, we're running out of time, we're on a deadline, right? I'd like to eliminate that word from my vocabulary, deadline. Let's talk about lifelines, really, right? The skill of concentration actually, for me, extends time. So what is this phenomenon of time? And I won't get too far into that here, but it's the feeling of time passing, but it passes through our system. So if we are experiencing time through our system, then that means we have some kind of influence over time and how it's passing for us. Forget about the clock, right? How is time passing for Mother Earth, and how is time passing for me? We're just coming off of a full moon. Wow, right? That's a whole other way of experiencing time, is to think of it celestially, right? So the ability to concentrate gives us the ability to extend time as it's passing through us, right? It's a skill to be able to concentrate on something. We can learn to master time when we hone our concentration skills. Concentration allows us to know something deeply, so we can penetrate into the reality of something or someone else when we concentrate on them. And also, I just want to point out that our energy follows our intention. You probably already know this. Energy follows intention. If I'm concentrating and I intend to make this video, my energy is just being poured into this event if all is going well inside my system, right? So concentration allows us to learn. It opens the door to learning. Without concentration, we can't learn anything. Nothing sticks. It's all just like flowing off us, right? Concentration allows us to extend into the future our relationship with someone or something. The longer we spend concentrating on something or someone, the deeper our relationship with it becomes. And that means that it's moving into the future. It has more weight, more mass, right? We can build a future for ourselves with the skill of concentration. We can take our desires and project them into the world if we can concentrate well enough and really put everything we are into that moment of concentration. As I am here today making this video for you, it is my soul's desire to push this out of me, right? This inspired message. It is my soul's desire. And so there is a lot of power behind this right now. I can feel it inside me. And it is moving into the future. It will move into your future if you're listening to this, right? Then this is an artifact of this moment in time. The video is an artifact, but if you're watching it, it reawakens it. And every time you watch it, it reawakens it. So something in me right now is being projected into the future through this act of concentration. Concentration allows us to merge desire with reality. If I didn't have the skill of concentration, I could not sit here and deliver this from beginning to end. And I have to say, and this is what's so interesting about concentration, is that it's really a practice of returning again and again and again to the same thing. There are distractions all around me right now, and I am pressing forward by not tending to them, by returning to this message I'm delivering, right? So it's a return to the energetic effort. And concentration quiets the mind and really quiets distractions. I mean, you can concentrate to the point where you don't hear people. Someone can walk into the room, you don't even acknowledge it, right? That takes a lot of skill. Ultimately, concentration opens us up to the power of choice. How am I going to spend my time? And is it aligned with my soul's desire? And here I am, concentrating for you. The third skill is the coherence of the four lower bodies. Four lower bodies. What the heck is that? What does she mean? We're a system, right? And so in yoga, we study the koshas, which are these illusory veils that we identify with. For our purposes, the coherence of the four lower bodies, we'll talk about coherence in a minute. The four lower bodies are the physical body, the energy body, which exists inside the physical body, influences the physical body, and also exists outside of the physical body. Those of you who are adepts in meditation and concentration know just how far your energy extends. It's amazing. And you can work with it outside of the body. It's amazing. Did you know that? The third lower body is the mind, the mental sheath. And so the mental sheath actually has a couple different layers for our purposes. We'll really just concentrate on the thinking mind, the mind that is filled with thoughts, creating thoughts, that is projecting thought forms out from it. And it can get in the way, right? And then the emotional body, which, like the energy body, penetrates the physical body, but also exists outside of the physical body. These four lower bodies aren't really lower in any sense, but we have sovereignty over them. What does that mean, sovereignty? It means that they are under our guidance. We can monitor them, we can guide them, and we can regulate them. And so most of us understand when we're dysregulated, sobbing for hours. The emotional body is dysregulated and is then an impediment toward coherence. If our mind is going every which way, if we can't concentrate at all on anything, we know that the mind is dysregulated. There's something going on there. Could be the energy body. If we can't get out of bed, the energy body, right? So you see how this works. And coherence is when all four bodies are whole and integrated. When we understand that one of our four lower bodies is dysregulated, we can work to integrate it with its friends so that the system is smooth. And so the ball of our desire, right, will roll smoothly without wobbling too much. So coherence is the speech of an integrated system. Coherence is what comes out from an integrated system. If someone is speaking incoherently, communication is almost impossible. The two-way system of communication, all you're getting is static from someone who can't form a sentence or whose thoughts are all over the place. What we're looking for is coherence of the four lower bodies, a kind of quietude and calmness. The last is gratitude. Did you know that gratitude actually is a skill? What? I thought gratitude was a feeling. Well, it is that too. And many of us have spent years bumping into good feelings, bumping into gratitude because it's free, right? Gratitude is the response of some boon, some gift we have received, and the gift of our life itself requires or is an opportunity for the reciprocal feeling of gratitude to come back at it. So grace and gratitude go hand in hand. Gratitude can be a skill when, through mindfulness, we notice that it's present, that it has arisen, that we just bump into it, right? Wow, I'm grateful. What do I do now? Well, you breathe into it. You close your eyes, put your hand over your heart, and you breathe into it. And in that way, you're extending the time that you spend in a moment of gratitude. And we know from the beautiful work of neuroscientists in this century that gratitude is really good for the brain. It's really good for the whole bodily system. It leads to better things ahead, right? And so we experience gratitude because we're mindful. And then we extend the time that we spend in gratitude through a concentration effort where we just drop everything else and we breathe into the feeling of gratitude. And we feel it through the coherence of the four lower bodies. And so then if our four lower bodies are in a state of coherence when gratitude smacks us, as it does many times a day, we then can fill all of ourselves up with a feeling of gratitude. And then what are we emitting? Gratitude. We become a vessel of gratitude. Imagine that. So this is what saints do. These four skills, provide the foundation, first of all, for a life of happiness and joy and clarity. Secondly, they provide the foundation for a deeper yoga practice, a deeper meditation practice, a deeper concentration practice. And ultimately, if you develop these skills, you will change your vibration. Imagine becoming a being filled with gratitude. Imagine walking around being a beacon for others, a beacon of gratitude, of light, of harmony. Isn't that beautiful? So I wish you well on this journey, and if this talk has given you any kind of insight or is useful to you at all, please do press that subscribe button to the Grace School of Yoga YouTube channel, and you'll be getting more of these. And you can also find me at graceyoga.org. Maybe sign up for classes. With love in my heart for this journey that we're all on together, with deep gratitude. Namaste.